Standard 11th, subject physics, 9th chapter optics. From this chapter already we have studied the magnifying power of a simple microscope, and now let us see the magnifying power of a compound microscope. Now what is actually compound microscope? So a compound microscope uses two convex lenses of suitable focal lengths fitted into a cylindrical tube with some adjustment possible for its length. Then the smaller lens focusing the object is called as objective, and the other larger lens with which the observer observes is called as the eye lens. So in this ray diagram there are two convex lenses. This is small in size, this is large in size. The smaller convex lens is called as objective lens, which will focus that object, and the eye lens is larger in size, through which the image, that is the final image of the object, can be observed. Now in this case AB will represent the object for this objective lens. Due to the converging property of this convex lens, its image will be formed as A dash B dash. This will be the inverted image, so that is A dash B dash. Now this image formed due to the objective lens will act as the object for this second convex lens, that is eye lens, and therefore its final image due to this eye lens will be formed as A double dash B double dash. So this will be the object AB, then A dash B dash will be the image formed due to the objective lens, and A double dash B double dash will be the final image formed due to this eye lens. Now in this case the size of AB is small as compared with A double dash B double dash, and therefore in this case there is magnification. Now the angle between this incident ray coming from the object and the principal axis is taken as alpha, and this angle made by the emergent ray and this principal axis is taken as beta. So here angle alpha will be made by the object, and this angle beta will be made by the size of the image with the principal axis. Let the distances, this distance between this objective and this object, it is equal to minus UO. Minus sign will be there because that object is towards the left side of the lens, and this distance UO will be nearly equal to distance of distinct vision D. Then this distance between this lens and this image formed by that lens, that will be the image distance, it is plus pho, as well as this distance is minus UE, that is the object distance. So A dash B dash will act as object for this lens, and therefore this will be again negative since object is towards the left of the lens. Then this will represent minus phi, that is the image distance for this eye lens, that will be the distance of that final image from this eye lens. So it will be viewed from this point, then that final image will be viewed from that point. Now let us see the theory of this. A tiny object AB is placed between F and 2F of the objective, which produces its real, inverted and magnified image A dash B dash. So this will be real image, inverted and magnified as compared with this AB. It will be formed due to the objective. Then the position of the eye lens is now so adjusted that the image A dash B dash is within its focus. Hence for this object A dash B dash, The eye lens behaves as a simple microscope and produces its virtual and magnified image at A double dash B double dash, which is inverted with respect to the original object AB. The final image A dash B dash makes a virtual angle of beta at the eye, and the virtual angle made by the object at a distance equal to capital D is equal to alpha. So that already we have seen, that is alpha is the angle here made by the object and this beta is the angle made by the final image. And now if you consider tangent of alpha and beta, so tan beta will be equal to, from this right angle triangle, tan beta, this angle is beta, tan will be equal to opposite upon adjacent, and therefore instead of A double dash B double dash we will consider A dash B dash as the opposite side, and so that for this beta it will be A dash B dash, A dash B dash upon this distance is equal to UE, that is the adjacent side. So beta will be equal to A dash B dash upon UE in magnitude. Similarly, tan beta, as it is A dash B dash upon UE, therefore tan alpha will be equal to opposite side upon adjacent side, that is AB upon this UO, that is equal to D. So that AB upon D, that will be the value of tan alpha, and therefore we can write here tan beta equal to A dash B dash upon UE and tan alpha equal to AB upon D. Now the angular magnification or magnifying power, the angular magnification or magnifying power of this compound microscope will be given as m equal to beta upon alpha. But here we have taken tangent of alpha and beta, and therefore tan beta upon tan alpha, that will be equal to, putting these values, A dash B dash upon UE divided by AB upon D. So that will be written as m equal to A dash B dash upon UE into D upon AB. So rearranging the terms, we can write m equal to A dash B dash upon AB into D upon UE. So that will be written as phi O upon UO into D upon UE. Phi O upon UO into D upon UE. But this term, that is phi O upon UO, will represent the linear magnification of objective lens, and this D upon UE will now represent the angular magnification of the eye lens. So this is the linear magnification of the objective, this is the angular magnification of the eye lens, and therefore in short we can write the magnifying power of the compound microscope m equal to MO into ME. This MO is nothing but linear magnification of the objective, that is phi O upon UO, and this capital ME will be nothing but angular magnification of the eye lens, that is D upon UE. So this formula m equal to MO into ME will represent the magnifying power or angular magnification of the compound microscope. Now if you consider the length of the compound microscope, then the length of the compound microscope will be given as, it will be equal to L equal to phi O plus UE. So length of this compound microscope will be equal to this phi O plus this UE, that is the distance between the objective lens and the eye lens, that will give us the total length of the compound microscope. So if you consider this compound microscope, then we can state some of the remarks. So first remark will be, to increase MO, that is to increase this MO, that is linear magnification of the objective, we need to decrease UO, and hence the object comes closer and closer to the objective. That objective will be coming closer and closer to the objective, because to increase this MO, this distance will be now decreased, that is UO will be decreased. That's why this object will come closer and closer to the objective. Second thing is the minimum value of ME, the minimum value of this ME, that is angular magnification of the eye lens, is D by FE, capital D upon FE, for final image at infinity, and the maximum value is 1 plus D by FE for final image at D. So already we have studied the magnification of the simple microscope. In this case, the second lens, that is eye lens, act as the simple microscope, and therefore its magnifying power will be D by FE for minimum and 1 plus D by FE for maximum for final image at distance of distinct vision. And thus ME and MO together decides the minimum and maximum magnifying power of the microscope. So the minimum and maximum magnifying power of the microscope will be decided by the values of this linear magnification of the objective and the angular magnification of the eye lens. So this will be regarding the magnifying power of the compound microscope. And now let us see the next optical instrument, that is magnifying power of a telescope. Magnifying power of a telescope. So what is actually telescope? So the telescope uses two lenses again. The lens facing the object is of the aperture as large as possible, and this will be the objective lens, and the second smaller lens will be nothing but the eye lens or eyepiece. Now the telescopes are used to see the terrestrial or astronomical bodies. So the bodies which are far away from us, like some of the mountains or stars, aeroplanes flying at higher heights, can be viewed with the help of this telescope. And therefore now let us see the magnifying power of the telescope. So if you consider the ray diagram of this telescope, here there will be objective lens having larger size as compared with this eyepiece. Then initially the object will be far away, and therefore parallel rays of light coming from that object will incident on this objective. Due to the converging property of this convex lens, again these rays will meet at point A, and therefore this AB will be the image formed due to this objective lens. Now this AB image will act as object for this eye lens, that is eyepiece, and therefore its final image will be now formed at infinity. Now these two distances, that is distance between this image formed by the objective and the objective, it is equal to FO, that is focal length of the objective. The distance between this object and this will be equal to FE, that is distance between AB and the eyepiece, equal to FE, which is nothing but the focal length for the eyepiece. And in this case the image will be formed, that is final image will be formed at infinity. And therefore from this diagram now we can state some of the theoretical part like this. Objective of, or if you consider the beam of incident ray it is inclined at an angle alpha with the principal axis, while emergent beam is inclined at a greater angle beta with the principal axis, causing angular magnification. So here this is the angle made by the incident ray with this principal axis, this is alpha, so that this angle will be again opposite angle and therefore it is alpha. It is made by the object. Now if you consider this second angle beta, it is the emergent ray and this is the principal axis, so that the angle made by the final image here will be equal to beta. This beta will be greater than this alpha. So this will be angle made by the object. This will be the angle made by the image, that is alpha and beta. And therefore now let us consider the theoretical part of this. So objective of the focal length FO focuses parallel incident beam at a distance FO from the objective, giving an inverted image AB. So AB will be the inverted image. Now for normal adjustment, the eye lens is so adjusted that the intermediate image AB is produced at the focus of the eye lens. Then the rays refracted beyond the eye lens form a parallel beam inclined at an angle beta with the principal axis, resulting into the image also at infinity. So in this case image will be formed at infinity, that is the final image. Again the angular magnification or magnifying power of the telescope will be given as, so again here if you consider the geometry, this is alpha. Alpha will be equal to this AB, that is opposite side, upon adjacent, that is FO. So AB upon FO. Similarly beta will be equal to opposite upon adjacent, that is AB upon FE. AB upon FE, and therefore the magnifying power we can find as m equal to beta upon alpha, that is equal to tan beta upon tan alpha. Therefore m will be equal to tan beta is BA upon this PEB, PE, that is PE is here, that is the pole of the eyepiece. So PEB upon BA upon POB. PO is nothing but again pole of the objective, and therefore m is equal to BA upon PEB upon BA upon POB. Therefore we can write m is equal to BA upon FE, because this PEB is FE, divided by BA upon FO, this POB is FO, that will be written as BA upon FE into FO upon BA. BA will get cancelled, and therefore we will get m equal to FO upon FE. So this expression gives the magnifying power or angular magnification of the telescope, that is focal length of the objective divided by focal length of the eyepiece, will give us magnification m. Again the length of the telescope will be, given as the distance between the objective and the eyepiece, that is FO plus FE. So L will be equal to FO plus FE. So that will be the length of the telescope. Now for maximum magnifying power of the telescope, the objective of the maximum possible focal length FO and the eye lens of minimum possible focal length FE are used. So for maximum magnifying power, FO will be large and FE will be small, that is focal length of this objective will be large and focal length of this eyepiece will be small. This will be regarding the magnifying power of a telescope.